Hey guys, horticulturist Gary Bachman. I'm head grower at Heritage Cottage Urban Nano Farm and Heritage Cottage Seeds. Well, if you've been following my videos here this spring, in early summer, I've been sharing, how I'm hybridizing hibiscus. I'm taking the white Texas star hibiscus and hybridizing that, and back and forth to some of my hardy hibiscus. I just recently showed you, one hybrid from the Holy Grail by the white Texas star, which was, I think has turned out pretty good. So I've been getting questions asking, okay, Gary, how are you doing this? How are you doing these cross-pollinations, these crossings? And in the past, what I've done is I've taken paintbrushes or Q-tips and gone ahead and collected the pollen from the stamens here, and then use that to apply the pollen to the pistils of the plants I want to try to pollinate. But you want to know something? I came across an idea and a little thing. I've got a little short or reel that I'm going to share. But instead of trying to collect the pollen, and I should also say I've tried to collect the pollen and put it in little matchboxes and put it in the freezer, but I don't think our freezers get cold enough to keep that pollen viable. And I never had any success using that saved pollen. So I'm kind of relying on whatever flowers are open on a particular day, those are the ones I cross. But what I did the other day, I came in and I took, I took this whole structure, and let me show you the beauty of this, because I come in here and I'll just clip this out, and now I've got the perfect pollen carrier here, and I've already got pollen on my hands and everything. But let's go out, and I've got one of my other, I think at least one of my other hardy hibiscus. Let's go out and cross-pollinate that, and we'll gather the stamens and the pollen from that flower, come back here, and we'll pollinate this other flower. So hang on, let's go out front if I can walk well enough. Here, we're going to have a little bit of a kind of a tour through the nano farm here. It's a mess. My yard looks great sometimes. Other times it looks like the shoemaker's kids who run around barefoot. And I say sometimes, probably 60% of the time, it looks like everybody runs around barefoot. And the other 10% of the time, it all looks good. And I know those percentages don't add up, but trust me, it works. Now let's see here, and we look over here. We've got, let's see, we've got one Holy Grail, and I forget which one that is. If that's Cranberry Crush or something else. But let's go ahead and let me let's set the camera up looking this way. Oh, and I think I almost just stepped in some armadillo poop here. We do have armadillos that are creating havoc in my yard. So there we go. Let's go over, and let me shut the door, because Pansy the seed farm dog, or Chili the seed farm dog, sorry. Chili the seed farm dog was about to get out. So let's go ahead, and what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and cross-pollinate this Holy Grail, and we'll do, and that one over there is, I'm glad Kate made these. Oh, Edge of Night hibiscus. But what we're going to do here, and I'm gonna use the little fancier camera here. I've got one of those fancy harness cameras. Okay, and what we'll do is come in here And you see the round red structures there. Those are the pistils. And what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and tap, 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 tap. And now look at that. All those little red round pistils are pollinated. And we'll see what happens with that. Now, over here, this is the edge of night. Here I'm getting in my my irrigation line, and we're going to do the same thing. I got to get the camera right here. See right here, see that kind of little pinky structures? Those are the pistils. And so we're going to take the pollen and go tap, 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 and do it that way. Now that one's been cross-pollinated. Now I don't have any other flowers here to grab. So what we'll do is, I don't need that anymore. But now I need to go ahead and tag these, because I won't remember what they are. And so I like to use these. I like to use just these little like price tag things, and we're going to say this is Edge of Night by White Texas Star, and then I always add who the pollen comes from, just like that. And we're going to just set that there for right now. And we come over here to this one, and we have Holy Grail by White Texas Star, and put the pollen there. Okay, and then it's just as easy to come in now and just tag. I knocked an old flower off of there, and just do this, and then hopefully this will take, and we'll get a seed pod start to form. Now, none of this is guaranteed, and you know, we're just doing one of these today. You know, the chances are that it's going to work is what, 50-50 maybe. We'll do that, and then we'll come over here and tag this flower. And a lot of times this does not take, and it's not a set science 100%. That's why you got to do lots of them. That's why I do lots of them. And we'll do that. Holy mackerel, we got that done. Now we need to come over here and collect the pollen for our White Texas Star that we're going to cross-pollinate. So we'll do that. Here, all that pollen there. Now let's grab the camera and let's trek back into the yard and go back to where the White Texas Star is. But I hope that you can see that there's all kinds of flower buds here. I'm really disappointed that Summer Storm didn't have any bud or flowers open, but that'll happen. There's more Holy Grail they're going to open, so there's going to be lots of opportunity to do some more crossing and keep track of what we got going. Okay, let's go back in the yard here. Okay, I don't know if you can see Chili there. She is on Anole patrol. She keeps us safe because, man, you don't want to get attacked by a rogue bunch of Anoles. There's, you know, it is not a pretty sight. You know, and she's fascinated by, let me just Look here. She's fascinated by the spider lilies, the Hibiscus occidentalis that we have growing, that I have all over the yard, growing along the fence in our cinder blocks. And here we go. Let's set this up like this, so we can see that. And I'm just going to do it like that. You saw how it was, close up. Maybe I'll get a good close up of this, but I'm going to take the pollen from Holy Grail and just tap 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 tap, and I'm just really pollinating this thing. If only our bees worked this hard. Well, they work harder than me, so I'm not going to complain about that. And so that now has been cross-pollinated, and we'll add just like the other two out front. Let's go ahead and add and this is White Texas Star by by Holy Grail. Mark that with the Holy Grail pollen. I think the real plant breeders, they have fancy symbols and things. I don't have fancy symbols. I have my own symbols that I use that I can remember part of the time what they are. So we got that. Now, hopefully you can see this. Now here's one that we did. When did I do this? The 24th. I went ahead and I pollinated this flower with pollen from Holy Grail, and I'm really encouraged because the flower hasn't aborted at all, and there's a little seed pod forming in the middle there, so that's fun. But anyways, let's get back here. So that's really how I've decided I'm going to be doing my cross-pollination of the hibiscus. And wish me luck, and we'll see how well that turns out. If this gives you an idea that you want to cross-pollinate your own hibiscus or other flowers, yeah, go ahead and do it, because every time you're successful with a cross-pollination, you have a plant that's unique. No one else in the world has it, and it's really cool because you did it. Yeah, I think that's kind of fun. Are there going to be any monetary, advantages to doing this? No, but you're doing something pretty darn slick, is in my opinion. So anyways, thanks guys. If I can give you tips and tricks to make you a more successful gardener, avoid mistakes, man, because I make a bunch. I tell you that, and I show you that. Go ahead and if I'm making a difference in your gardening, go ahead, hit subscribe and do me a favor, because what I do here at the Urban Nano Farm and Heritage Cottage Seeds is real world gardening. Hey, let's grow better together, okay? We'll see you next time.